In 1957, I really did not know very much about this. My father told me told me and my husband before he died, he wanted the story told. Professor Beryl Marx was a friend of his or whatever, and he told my father, he knew that we were emigrating to Israel. He said that he had papers from the Warsaw Ghetto about the uprising that were hidden in milk cans on the ground and recovered after the war. And he wanted those papers to reach Yad Vashem. The Polish government, of course, would not allow any of these things to leave Poland. So my father was asked to smuggle them out of Poland. The papers were sewn into the piping of his leather coat. And I remember seeing it as if it is today, my father sitting and sewing papers into the piping of the coat. And that's how the papers were smuggled out of Poland. My father was asked to bring those papers to a Professor Kernish at Yad Vashem. These papers, by the way, were from Emanuel Ringelblum. They were very well-known papers. And when we first arrived in Israel, he and his brother took a bus without calling up and traveled to Jerusalem. And they wanted to present the papers to this Professor Kernish. When they arrived, the guard said that Professor Kernish was on vacation. So they left the papers with the guard, never saying how they came in, never leaving his name, never saying anything. And the papers were eventually put in Yad Vashem, and they're a big, they're very famous things that tell about the uprising. My father wanted this to be known. Not that he needed credit, but he just wanted the story to be told. My husband did contact the Yad Vashem, but they said that they cannot confirm that story, so that was not accepted.